It's springtime on Lake Erie, and we're on the troll for walleye out of Monroe, Michigan. Our guide is Nick Dode of Real Live Action Charters, and he's got some secrets to share that will help you get hooked up. The Angler Quest is stocked with Walleye Nation Creation baits, and it's prime time for walleye in Monroe, a spot that's known as the walleye capital of the world. And we're gonna get them on this edition of Fisherman's Digest.
Oh, that's a good one. Keep her coming, buddy.
Not hooked real good.
Keep her coming. Lift that head up.
Barely a hook on that back hook, but he's good enough.
There you go.
Nick runs a guide service here out of Monroe, Michigan, taking clients out to catch this all the time. Nick, talk about what you do early season. We are in the first week of April, guys.
Yep, so we're running deep diving crankbaits, reapers, and bandits. Anywhere from, right now we're fishing about 15 feet of water, running them back. Sometimes as little as 8 feet. We got one on the outside board over here. 8 to 30 feet off a board. A lot of times guys fish these fish too deep. A lot of those big females are coming up to feed. Sun's out today. So they're coming up and they're grabbing the bait. Real shallow. Another one on over here. So we'll keep you busy for sure. It's a lot of fun, especially this early season bite. A lot of activity. You get a good mixed bag of fish. You get some bigger ones and some smaller fish, eater fish. Our first fish was about 17, 18 inches, and our last fish was about
7 pounds.
Yeah, 7 pounds or so.
But to be honest, Nick, it's these smaller ones like the Huberts. They come down here reeling in these big fish is fun. But you want the 17 to 20s, don't you, Steve?
Yeah, you take a photo of the big 8, 10 pounders and they let them right back into the water and take home the good eaters.
All right. Woohoo! Oh, come on.
Come on, relax, buddy. Come on.
And now I'm slowing up. Brett will show you. They've got our new Ego net where the baits come right out because it's got that deep rubber hoop. And that's really important because look, what we got is a short line fish here. Nick's gonna take this board off, but if you had that old nylon mesh style net right now, you'd still be fighting to get that fish out of the net. And you'd risk, oh, he T-boned that one.
Yep.
What I say about T-boning these reapers is that means he's got that bait all the way in. The first couple nipped at it, but it's like they've decided to hit that thing. It's a Walleye Nation Creation reaper. It's a real live action sport fishing. Nikki will show you that bait right up close.
Good. Free here.
There it is.
Just a glass or a ghost. Just a stock color. Works phenomenal.
That's what it puts in the boat right there. A lot of people think, oh, the only thing you can catch fish on Lake Erie is bandits. Wrong. This is the third fish of the day. 2 on reapers, 1 on bandit. Beautiful fish. We'll get that one right back out. You see how far from shore we are, guys. It's early in the season. You don't necessarily have to run all over. What we saw where we wanted to fish was a big pack of boats. If you get a big pack of boats, just don't go fish it. It's too crazy.
No, he's coming right at it.
15-footer.
Yeah, what was that count?
I think his is 15.
This was.
Give her a little room for breath.
Got it?
Yep.
I seen him.
Yeah, I would have lost that bet. Oh, a nice one. He T-boned it too. He clocked it.
He had the middle hook in his face, but he's unhooked now.
So Nick, average fish really for this time of year, isn't it?
It's a nice fish. They look like males.
Yep.
So it's got to be a big female down there somewhere.
We're hunting for the big female.
But
That's number 5, and we're pretty early in the day here out of Monroe, Michigan.
so we got the snapper release.
That's the alligator one, right?
Yep. So this will do good for braided line or regular monofilament. And then the back release is the red release with the pin inside of it. Keeps the line from coming off. You put the line behind the pin. So John, you want to put this on? Yep. Show everybody how that goes on. Real easy. Put that line
Clip there, put the clip down.
halfway in.
Create a little slack here to allow the flag to work.
The tattle flag system. And you just kind of put the clicker on and let it go back and right in the spot you had it at.
There's a fish. You catch it, Nicky, and I'll talk.
Nice head shake on it.
Well, Nick wrangles this. Brett will show you what we've got is a spread of custom reapers that we've been playing with here. And we're just moving baits around color-wise.
Another one.
Another one there.
Right here. Lower.
I just hit the GPS mark coordinate. We've got a mess going on, but you want to, when you start, we had 3 fish on one bait. And when that happens, pay attention to what bait that is, what the color pattern is, and get other baits out there that mimic that. Because in the watercolor that you're dealing with, it can be a case simply put of you want to make sure you get the right color. Oh, that's a nice fish. This is a custom reaper by Domka Outdoors. I'll just lay the net out. Now Dave's shop, Nick has got a lot of experience. He paints a lot of baits for you, doesn't he, Nick?
Yes, he does. This
And
is attention deficit.
Yeah, and I always forget the name of it because I struggle with attention deficit.
So
awesome, awesome fish there.
good eater walleye, attention deficit reaper.
Really bright orange head, and what happens there, Nick, gives him a really good target point, I think, Nick, when you get dirty stained water in the light, right?
Yes, absolutely.
That head really stands out against the gold body, and what happens is they use that to find the bait in that dirtier water, and then bam, they catch it.
Here's another fish came in. It's on that hot custom bandit. It's pink with an orange belly.
Orange belly's doing it again.
Beautiful, Steve.
I'll show you this bait here too.
What was this third rod set, fourth rod out set?
15 feet.
15 feet. So while Steve wrangles this bigger one in, let's talk just a second about the Monroe area. Monroe is located on the far western basin of Lake Erie, right just north of the Ohio-Michigan border. It's very accessible to a lot of of course, the big metro Detroit area. Thousands of people drive in every week to fish this western basin. The situation you have here is we're on the Lake Erie shoreline. Detroit River is to the north of us about 15 miles, the mouth of it. And what happens is all these western basin fish that are staging here now will start to go up the Detroit River. We're at 47-degree water temperature. That's about spawning time for walleye. So you want to make sure you come here as early as you can. These fish are here when the ice is gone. So, you know, March 15, if there's open water, you can fish here. And this fish, Nick will tell you, this fish in here is awesome all the way up until the 1st of July. I mean, this fish not only, think about it, when they're done spawning, they come back out of the Detroit River, and this is the first place you're going to encounter them again. So really, really good fishing here in the Monroe area, basically from the middle of March all the way to the middle of July.
It's a walleye, Monroe, Michigan. Lots of them for the next 3 months.
You get a good idea right here how close that fish is, how far we're fishing. That fish is right there on the surface, and there's the board. That's why I'm here with the net for the guy. I mean, right there's the fish. You could almost net him without taking the board off. That is how close sometimes that you have to fish. And what happens, well, these fish are sunning. It's a beautiful sunny day. You've got 46-degree water temperature. Those fish are rising up. sitting in the upper 3 to 5 feet of the water column, not because they're feeding, but because they want to get ripe to spawn. So the best way to warm their bodies up is to park themselves right in that high water column. And that helps them warm themselves up. Steve will show you that. So that they can dump their eggs. And if they're males like this one, they can warm up so they can have their sperm sac be nice and soft so that when it's their time, they're ready to go. Nice live well full of walleyes right there, here on Monroe.
He's a little better.
Right here, John.
Oh, there he is.
He doesn't want to come in, Steve.
Yeah, he sees all these staring eyes over here.
We just want his eyes staring up at us, longingly to go into your pot of grease.
Right. That's a little bigger.
I can clean
We're
this.
holding Steve's fish again.
It's perfect.
You do a good job.
Steve Huber walleye.
Team effort.
Yeah,
Our
whatever
orange
we're-
belly pink.
So what we got right here, guys, you can see we got bait fish in the column. We got nice big hooks. Those are the walleyes. They're between 8 and 10 feet down on our Garmin. And if you look in here, and I'll zoom in real close, we're working a break edge. There's all kinds of water out here, but we're working that break edge, and that's been productive. We probably put a 4-man ticket, 24 fish in the boat. You guys see the time right there, 10:25 in the morning. We were eating breakfast at 10 to 7, so we have not been fishing that long. And then we dilly-dallied around to put the boat in. So guys, you've got to pay attention to little details, and sometimes little details are break lines where the fish are holding right. That's a spawning area for walleyes. You see the rock on the shoreline Brett will show you? That's not just riprap, there's actually rock out here. You see it on the bottom. That's a very hard undulating bottom. That means that's a great spawning area for the walleyes. And so we've got deep holding area, and when you get to 47.5, that's a spawning temperature. That's probably above the preferred spawning temperature of 44 to 45. So we've got active fish in here spawning. We've got bait fish for them to eat, and we're catching fish like crazy. And most of the pack, Brett will show you out in front where Richard's walking, hundreds and hundreds of boats, but not by us, just a handful of boats who have figured out that these fish are right here.
Oh, now he's woke up a little bit.
He woke up a little bit. That's a nice fish, Nick.
See him, Johnny?
No, he's a good fish. Right there, coming up right behind the boat. Oh yeah, Nicky.
There we go.
Lay that neck down and show that one off.
He was
Hey,
kind
that's a stock reaper too, isn't it?
Yep.
It's a golden ticket, right, Nick?
Yep. Golden ticket.
And look at that fish in the sunlight. That's golden ticket, it's called.
He's got an orange belly too. Orange belly baits have been working really good today. You can see he had that slammed way on the top lip of his mouth here. If I can get him to open a little bit. There you go. He's got 2 of the 3 trebles in his. Nice male, skinnier.
So anyway, as you can see, we have had pandemonium here today. What time is it, Richard? 11:30? 11:01. We started fishing at maybe 7:30. Welcome to Monroe, Michigan. Welcome to Real Live Action Sport Fishing. Welcome to Reaper Nation. We are catching fish right here out of Monroe. Look at this. No water, and that is a monster live well, and we're gonna have a hard time keeping any more fish. I got him coming the right direction, so I'm not slowing down. He's not gone, Nick, he's there. This is our furthest lead out at 25 feet. That tells you how high we're fishing today. I'm not gonna say we're doing better than anybody out here today, but I think we're doing better than anybody out here today. Because it's been nuts. We've had times where only half the rods were in the boat. Nice steady pull. Yeah, it's a very nice fish. He hit that hard too, Nick. Another golden ticket.
Yep, golden ticket.
And they are hitting that golden ticket. I mean, that hooks are all over. Another reaper fish. Third rod, John. Give it to the young lady. That's beautiful. That's a great example of how they're hitting it. When they have the front hook in the mouth and the other hook is buried in their body, that means they are crashing the baits. Crashing the baits. So hey guys, the whole back of the boat all day has been pandemonium. One of the reasons that we can get away with that right now on my Angler Quest is this Garmin force trolling motor with my key fob. I stand in the back of the boat, or Richard sits at the console. We have it set at an autopilot for speed as well as a heading hold for our direction. And in that way, once we start locking in what they want, today it was 1.5 miles an hour and we had to be in about 14 to 15 feet of water, then we simply use the Garmin chip to establish that depth, and anywhere in the boat I can control this trolling motor with this key fob. And having the autopilot feature and the speed control feature on my key fob makes this force trolling motor the ideal trolling motor to use during any fishing application you would come into. Garmin force trolling motor, technology that puts fish in the boat.
Oh, line broke.
Line broke. Oh, better now than
Keep reeling them.
Oh, he's got 2 days. He was hungry.
He wanted
2 reefers.
He's got that other line. Disco.
Disco
John's
again.
got another one on the disco.
Disco has been a good bait. I'm gonna hold that right up for you so you can see it, boys. Nicky will fish it out. And
Walleye
that
Nation
has,
Creation Reaper Disco.
that has been our best one. There's an outside board just got racked again. Sorry, I'm a tournament guy. I'm looking at boards while I'm talking to you, but I can't help it. This bait has been fantastic today, as well as the attention deficit, which is a Domka custom color. Also the white and red.
Yep.
Custom by Walleye Nation. All those baits have been out of sight today for fish like this. We'll have to snip this one again. Nick wanted to make one more pass. Now I know why, because we caught like 6 more fish. Look at this live well, guys. I mean, oh.
That's an adult.
No. Don't like it at all.
Well, that's good. We like it when they don't like it.
Holy crap!
Redhead.
What a monster.
Redhead.
You like that
bait.
redhead one, don't you?
Spike bait. Good old
Look at that thing.
Holy,
Man.
he's pretty heavy.
Awesome day here out of Monroe, Michigan. 11:15 in the morning. Craziness here on the Angler Quest. I'm John Bergsma. This is Captain Nick Dode, Captain Steve Hubert visiting us from Chum Bucket Charters up in Alpena. Richard on the wheel. He's got his mom in the background cranking in the big ones. We'll see you next week on Fisherman's Digest. Get to Monroe, Michigan, baby. It's worth it.